In this video, we'll be sharing our exit strategy when joint venturing with investors and our partners. Let's get started. My name is Samila Rajasingham. I'm a real estate investor, real estate agent, and a global team leader with DXP Realty Brokerage. If this is your first time visiting our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell to get updates on new content. And make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you some information as to how you can get access to our investment deals in the US. As you know, in other videos, we've been mentioning that we started investing in the US market, particularly currently we're investing in the Detroit market. And to get access to these deals in Detroit with high cash flow, low price, high ROI, and great appreciation, make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you all the information as to how you can get access. Now, let's talk about exit strategy when joint venturing with us and our partner. So how this works is that, of course, things happen in life, right? When you start to joint venture, obviously, as I mentioned in other videos, we like to hold our properties for 5+ years or more. We're those people who buy properties and we like to hold it. So if life happens, right? People separate, people pass away, divorces, anything can happen. And we need to account for that and plan for that. And what our exit strategy, what we have in place is, because the investment strategies that we use where we purchase some of the properties in full cash, in the event that it doesn't have a mortgage on it, then it's a little bit easy. We go 50-50, and it is outlined in our joint venture agreement. And again, anything that we agree to, everything's up for negotiation, but everything that we agree to is documented in our joint venture agreement. And so is the exit strategy. So in this case, if there is a mortgage term before or after the term, it's really important that we have this conversation, an open, honest conversation. And there's always an option for us to sell the property or even buy each other out. There's a lot of research that goes into finding the right properties, finding the right investment deals. So we don't like to just go straight to the thought process of selling it. So we like to explore different options. Maybe there's other partners that we have in place that are able to take on the agreement and the properties. So we can always really think about what our options are. And usually when there is an mortgage term in place, the payments are made in this order usually. So we pay the mortgage off first, the mortgage agent, realtor, legal fees, and any of that, that transactional based payments. And then we look at paying the down payment and any upfront cost the capital partner, you in that case, would have paid up. And any repairs and renovations, like I mentioned in our last videos, Josh and I are the working partners, so-called the knowledge or expert partners, in other joint venture agreements. You probably are aware of these terminologies. And we capture everything, and everything is really tracked in, and everything is super transparent. The moment you partner with us, we have a Google Drive in place where there's an activity log where it captures every single activity that's taking place at this property. So to every cent to the dollar is captured. So when, in the event that there's conversation about the relationship having to end for any reasons, and obviously it has to be something more reasonable, we'll look at having to give back that, looking at there any repairs or renovations that went into the properties as well. And then we go 50-50 between partners. And the splits between the ownership, cash flow, all of that stuff, we like to openly talk about this. So make sure that we're all on the same page and there's some agreement as to what we have agreed on. But I definitely want to make sure that we're open to discussion, we're open to negotiation. But Josh and I, my biggest advice for you, if you're an investor watching this, is to have an ideal plan in place so that you don't change. And that Josh and I are really in the process of finding capital partners, business partners who are looking to grow a large portfolio with us, change their financial well-being, change their life, allow them to leave their 9 to 5 and live the life of their dreams. So it is really important that we find a really good core group of people that were able to purchase multiple properties and buy and grow a large portfolio, rather than have tons of different relationships, tons of different properties, and they're all over the place. And we've agreed to different terms with everyone. We're project managers, and we like to keep things really under control, super organized, and make sure we're protecting you, our partners, as well as us in the process. I hope this was helpful for you in really understanding an exit strategy, especially for us to really show you what we do with our partners and to get an understanding. And if you're an investor watching this for your own learning, I want to be able to share with you some of the strategies that we have in place. And I really recommend that you take your JV agreement to your legal counsel and have that reviewed. And my biggest advice is, when you go to this legal counsel, make sure they have they've done joint ventures before, they've done it themselves, they're investors, they're investment focused, because not every lawyers, so service providers often have these kind of experiences. Sometimes I don't want to hear opinions, I want to hear actual advice that are pertaining to the focus and what you're asking them. It's very important that you have that knowledge. But anyways, thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. If you've gotten this far, I want to give you some information as to how you can get access to our deals, our US deals in Detroit, where right now have access to some amazing cash flowing deals, some really good deals. We want to partner with you. We're looking for capital partners, so let's invest in Detroit. If we were happy to jump on a call with you, click on the link below to book a call with us and subscribe to get access to some of these deals so that they're coming to you in your email on a weekly, monthly basis so that you can look at them. Strong cash flow, low price point, high ROI, great appreciation, not so much of the type of returns that we got here in Ontario. So, and the best part is they're US dollars, guaranteed rents. I can go on and really go really deep into a lot of the more information as to the type of deals that we have. But I'd love to sit with you, walk you through our plans, and give you some information as to how we can partner and work together. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel so you can get more content like this. Hit that like button if you like this video. If you have any questions at all, leave it in the comment section below, and hit the notification bell so that you can get updates on new contents that are coming to our channel. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm based out of Toronto. My name is Tarmila Rajasingham. I am a real estate marketer, investor, real estate agent, and a global team leader with eXp Realty Brokerage. I'll see you next time.